Hey, before we get started on my top 2 concealers of the year, OneSkin is having their biggest sale of the year. They sponsored this video today. If I could just have a minute of your time, I want to tell you that the more you buy, the more you save, and that's including OneSkin bundles for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. If you don't know my OneSkin story in a nutshell, a couple years ago, they sent me their products. I said, give me 3 months, and after a week, I'm like, what is different? What is different? Something is different with my face. I asked to be involved with a Zoom. I was the only influencer on the Zoom. It was all cosmetic chemists and doctors and scientists, and I felt like the dum-dum on the call. But I got to watch the 4 female scientists who created the OS1 peptide discuss the science, and I was blown away. If you don't know, the OS1 peptide was created to stop senescent cells. Senescent cells, I want you to think, they're also called zombie cells. I want you to think of when you buy like a carton of berries, and then the next day there's one in the corner that's furry and moldy, but then so are the ones around it. And that's what senescent cells does. As it touches nearby cells, they become senescent. And then the ones next to that, and it starts to grow and everything starts to turn into zombies. And the OS1 peptide stops that, it blocks that. And that's why I love OneSkin. So I want to tell you about my favorite bundle, which is the Head to Toe Skin Health Duo Bundle is 20% off. This body product is always on my dresser, always. And if I'm wearing a scented body cream, this is going on first. It is incredible. You can see the picture of my arms. Within an hour, this made such a noticeable difference. It takes away crepiness. I love it. And then of course you get the face treatment with it, the OS1 face. And both products have the OS1 peptide to block the senescent cells. Throw in the eye cream for the Head to Toe Trio bundle and get 25% off. This eye cream is a little more concentrated with the OS1 peptide, so you can put it around your eyes. You can even, I've been advised to put it on upper lip for lip lines, but it's a more concentrated peptide in here. But this bundle is phenomenal, 25% off. Is this your sign to finally buy OneSkin? I hope so. I've loved it, and again, I've been using it faithfully for almost 2 years. You owe it to yourself to at least click the link. I'll put it in the description. Click today's title, description drops down, and you can see the link. Go check out the science for yourself, because it was the science where the proof is in the pudding. It completely wowed me. And thank you, OneSkin, for partnering with me on this. Thanks, OneSkin. I love ya. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Spieler. I'm a 30-year pro makeup artist. I come from the Hollywood industry, and now I do mature beauty because I love our women. We're invisible. I see you. I know you see me. And I always want to help you look and feel your best if you're new here. This is the Look Good Close-Up Club. To be a member, you simply have to subscribe and get involved in the community. We have wonderful friendships forming, and it means so much to me, and I love y'all so much. This is going to be quick today. I really thought about this. I'm going to show you all my concealers in a minute, but behind me you see all these drawers. Almost everything in those drawers was sent to me. I get PR, I'm very fortunate, and I have 40 or 50 brands of makeup. I have another 40 or 50 brands of skincare. So when I say something is my top and my most used, it's because it's the one I reach for the most, because it's the prettiest on mature skin. My skin is normal to dry, maybe even more normal, maybe normal to dry more in the winter, and in the summer, because I'm in the Southeast, we have humidity, I'm a little bit more normal. But these 2 concealers work year-round. One is a little bit newer, one's been around a while. I just want to quickly show you real quick. So I don't know which side it'll be on, but this is my drawer of prestige concealers. This is concealers you could find in department stores, Sephora, Ulta, or online. They're more prestige. And then I have a drawer of drugstore concealers, and those I don't like as much because they're just not putting the same ingredients. Okay, I know a lot of times with drugstore you get a deal because the packaging is cheaper, but also you are getting cheaper ingredients. Now drugstore has come a long way, and I've been very impressed with the one I'm going to mention to you today. So let's just get right into it. If I'm looking greasy to you, it's because, as always, I have Vaseline under my eyes. It has been my #1 primer for a year and a half. I put it under my eyes and the sides of my nose and through my marionette lines, nowhere else, because this is where I get texture, I get orange peel. If anything's too light, it settles in the pores and you get the polka dots. That's not cute. That means your formula's too light, but also the Vaseline will fill it in. It's non-comedogenic. Anyway, it's not a Vaseline ad. I just, for new people wondering why, it's because it fills in the nooks and crannies. It's an occlusive. It floats on the surface, and anything you put over that also floats on the surface. So you're going to have minimal creasing, zero dry cakiness, okay? Can it cause milia in people prone to milia? It can. But I used to get milia every year from really rich eye creams. Every year I got milia. I haven't had a single milia in a year and a half, and I use the Vaseline under my eyes every day, okay? So, plus I have a how to get rid of milia video. You can go check that out. Unfortunately, eyelids are tricky. You really do need a professional, but if you get anything here or anywhere on the face, I've done a video. It's very easy to get rid of milia on your own. I had to do that on my own because we had no money for a dermatologist. So I just had to take to Google and learn it myself. We were living paycheck to paycheck. Many of you know what that's like. And we do what we have to. It's not, we're not trying to cut out the pro. If we could afford the pro, we would go to the pro, right? But sometimes you cut out the middleman, and there you go. Okay. Number one concealer of the year. This will not surprise most of you, but of course it is Maxine's Revenge French Face. This is a stretchy formula, meaning once it's on the skin, it stretches with the skin. I happen to be the biggest fan of Leah, the creator, because she is one of my dearest friends. But this, I literally reach for this almost every day of my life. Even when I'm wearing my beautiful Saint makeup, I'll sometimes do a little French face over this, okay? So this is 69% skincare ingredients. You've got glycerin, you've got squalane, you've got a bunch of other things in here to make it just so beautiful for mature skin. You have 24% pigment. When I tell you that is probably the highest pigment of any concealer I've ever used, I am not kidding you. So it performs like a high coverage, but it's thin and stretchy because of the skincare ingredients. And then 7% blurring ingredients, which I don't even know what those are. You can always go on the website and see for yourself. I don't get too much into science because I learned when I was in my 20s and 30s, and I would tell you all the ingredients and the benefits, and I'd get real sciencey and give you percentages. Most women, like 85% of women, their eyes would just glaze over. They would check out. They don't, just tell me if this is going to be pretty. Is this going to work? Show me how it works. They don't want to hear the science. And nowadays, you could go on any website and hear the science, okay? So I'm going to show you this right now. The way I always wear it, I always start with the back of my hand. Always. That's probably enough for two eyes, and I forgot we're doing another eye. So we're just going to do one eye today with French face. Now I have the Vaseline. Notice I don't take it all the way up to my lash line because I have a lower eyelid. If you put a ton of concealer on your lower eyelid, it's going to crease because we have creases in our lower eyelid. Also, it can make your eyes look too thin. We have a lower eyelid for a reason. We don't have to take anything up on that lower eyelid. And if anything, if some of you have a discontinued lower eyelid, guess what? Now it looks like you purposely put a beautiful diffused shadow under your eye, and no one will know it's not makeup. It just looks like shadow, but it's really your natural skin. So I don't go, now I do go on the inside of my eye here where I have a little bit of hollowness and a little vein. And I'm going to put, I don't know if Crystal Lee brushes are going on sale for Black Friday, but I will put her code and you can always look and see for yourself because I use this is my most used concealer brush of the year. Okay, and there we go. Now, can you powder over that? Yeah, maybe. I can show you in a minute. I sometimes will take my finger and tap it just to make sure I don't have any excess, and then let's look and see. I mean, it's gorgeous. And in 8 or 9 hours, it's still gonna look radiant and hydrated. This is my #1 concealer of 2 years, Maxine's Revenge. I know if you sign up tonight, Monday, the 24th, if you sign up on her subscriber email list, you can get 25% off. And then if you get 2 shades, you get free shipping. Okay. And then the Black Friday sale, it goes down to, I think, 20%. So you actually get a better savings if you buy it Monday through before Black Friday. I think Monday through Friday you get 25%. So go to her website, Maxine's Revenge. I'll put it all in the description. Just click description or click the title. Today's description box drops down. Everything will be in there for you, okay? Now let's get another Crystal Lee brush. Look, I've got two. I always keep two. And I'm so excited about this drugstore concealer. I find myself reaching for it a lot, especially TikTok. They love drugstore videos on TikTok, and I reach for this a lot. And that is the Morphe, I think it's Artist Wakeup Eye or Wake Up Eye, or I don't know, Artist Edit, I don't know, but these are so good. I think they retail for $12, but right now that I noticed on Morphe.com, this was $8. It's like a 25% savings right now. And on Ulta, you might see a savings. I don't know what the Black Friday sale is for this, but I just know I'm so impressed with this. And this is shade, let's see. This is shade Buff 4C, okay? So I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I'm gonna put one little, can you see that little dollop? Now, sometimes I'll wear a peach under it, and this is also by Morphe. I'll wear a peach under it if I'm having a real discolored day, but today I'm not. Okay, and then same thing, I work the pigment into the brush. Now, this is a serum concealer. Right now it's $8. The most you're gonna see is $12. It cracks me up when people tell me Morphe's not drugstore. Yes, at $12 for a concealer. You can't find that at Maybelline, L'Oreal, Milani. $12 for that is drugstore. It's not in Walgreens or CVS, but it is on Morphe.com, and it is also in every Ulta. So Ulta has a drugstore section, which is why I call this drugstore. So I never understand why people want to argue with me about that. $12 is absolutely drugstore. Okay, and so I'm going to do the same thing here, and I'm going to go in with my beautiful concealer. And again, this is one of those products that looks really beautiful at the end of the day. I don't take it all the way up to the lash line. This one might be a little bit more, it doesn't have as much pigment as a Maxine's Revenge, but as I explained, nothing has as much pigment as 24% pigment as in Maxine's Revenge. And that's because Leah worked for Sephora for years and she knows what she's doing. She was a big executive and even lived in France. She was a big deal with Sephora. She knows her formulas, okay? So that's beautiful too. Look at that. That's beautiful. And at the end of the day, I will tell you, it still looks beautiful because I have the Vaseline under it. You can also use Aquaphor. People say, can you use Aquaphor? Yes. You know it doesn't work? The healthier versions, this is Egyptian Magic, does not work as well. I've tried one on each eye, nope. And the Vaseline doesn't work as well. There is a beeswax in a tube, but it's like $30. You'll have it for a long time. And it's called Waxoline. And that is a little bit more like Aquaphor and Vaseline, but these are thin and greasy and I don't like them, and I'm mad I spent money on them, but I did it for all the people that said, oh, there's much healthier versions. Y'all, this scores a 1 on EWG.org. How much healthier can you get? It's the lowest, safest rating. It's the safest rating you can get on EWG.org. But a lot of people are on Yuka app. And listen, many people, even in the clean beauty community, are starting to be very suspicious of the Yuka app. So I think the Yuka app is a joke. You can argue with me if you want. That's my opinion. I cannot stand the Yuka app, okay? There you go. Okay, so there we go. Those are my top 2 concealers of the year, and they're absolutely beautiful. Morphe on this eye, French Face on this eye, Vaseline under both. At the end of the day, you still have a radiant, beautiful eye, and Morphe even sells color correctors. You can even use, if you want to see how a color corrector is used, I can do that for a later time. You can let me know in comments. But I hope that helps. Those are my 2 most used, the most reached for, the prettiest, and I really worked hard thinking about, does anything come close to this? Do I reach for anything else? No, I don't, because this is so good. So let me know in comments if you've tried either of these, or if you want to try either of these. Don't forget to go today and sign up for the email, and you can get this at 25% off, or buy 2 with free shipping and get still 25% off. And like I said, the Morphe is also having a sale. This was down to $8 when I checked today. Okay, I hope that helps. Thank you for tuning in to my top concealers of the year, and I'm looking forward to trying new concealers next year. There's a lot of new formulas coming out, including one by About Face, but I'm going to wait for January to talk about that one. I don't have it yet. And if anyone's wondering, today I have on Victoria Beckham. So it's a beautiful foundation. It's $110. Do you need it? I don't know yet. Jury's out. I've worn it about 3 days in a row. It's very, very pretty. But I will be doing my best foundations of the year. So check back in the next few weeks for that, okay? Bye for now.